Always a ton of style coming through the tunnel in New York City. The Knicks confident and composed. Hi, everyone. Greetings from 2K Sport. One thing, Doris, that should attract a lot of attention in this game, that matchup at the guard position. That is going to be special.
Well, that's the point of attack on both ends of the floor, and it's always fun to see skilled and capable guards duel it out. It is like watching a great chess match.
So with Paul on the bench, here's who Rick Carlisle's going with. Peja Stojakovic is out there with Nowitzki. Then there's Howard. Then it's Gilbert Arenas, and it's Carter in a two-guard. Here's Nowitzki. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Always the size advantage. The great timing as well from Dirk Nowitzki.
Hamilton outside. Back to Stockton. Pass to Hamilton. Three-pointer. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Arenas against Stockton. Nowitzki, the pass to Howard. Can't cash in from close range.
Boy, this guy is a good finisher, so he misses a chippy. That's tough to take.
Now here is Hamilton. Outside Anthony. 4 on the shot clock. And yes, it's good.
A great job by Anthony keeping his balance, not allowing the contact to stop him from scoring.
Carter on the wing. Pass to Nowitzki. Fires from deep. That one's no good. That makes him 1 for 2. New York's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. And Greg, we know the Pacers have to improve defensively. But where do they start?
Candidly, Kevin, I feel like they're too soft. Giving up offensive rebounds, cheap fouls, they've got to be tougher mentally and physically, especially on the interior.
Connects from three-point range.
And you have to admire Stojakovic's confidence. Sensational at knocking down those catch and shoots.
It's all in by Stojakovic. For Indiana, they've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Stockton against Arenas. Lays it up off the glass.
And just cooking the D inside. Arenas blows by the contact.
Love outside. A three-pointer is right on target.
Well, the versatility he possesses makes him a very tough cover, guys.
Arenas passes to Carter. Drives to the hoop. And then Carter with the dunk.
And so tenacious on the attack. I love seeing Carter go all the way on that one.
Stockton kicks to Gasol. Back to Stockton.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
And talking about the Knicks, GA, do you feel they took a step forward last season?
I do. I mean, losing in 7 in the conference semis with all the injuries they had, that really kind of set them back. They ended that game 7 with the Pacers missing 4 of their starting 5. So no doubt expectations will be high.
First free throw is good.
A phenomenal floor general. Stockton is a prototypical point guard who excels at making his teammates better.
And he makes both free throws. And a fun run by the Knicks in the playoffs. But Doris, horrible injury luck ended their season.
Kevin, borderline absurd bad luck for injuries. You think about it, Julius Randle goes down in the regular season. And then in the playoffs alone, Mitchell Robinson, OG Anunoby, and Bojan Bogdanovic all miss significant time. And who can forget Jalen Brunson getting hurt in that Game 7? Almost unreal bad luck.
And it's Anthony with the jam.
The pass was perfect, and Carmelo just finishes with style.
Pacers trail by 3. Carter outside. Arenas a screen on Hamilton. And the shot goes in.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
He's a guy who, if he gets hot, he can carry your offense for long stretches.
Gasol dishes to Anthony. Stopped in the pass to Carmelo. No good from outside. And so it's Carter who brings the ball up for the Indiana Pacers. And there's Dirk Nowitzki on the assist by Stojakovic. Guys, no one team gaining control early on.
Yeah, and you look at the lead changes, 6 already.
Love outside. Hamilton outside. Offline with his 3.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Well, that's a blown defensive coverage, but it doesn't matter. He cannot answer the bell.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
You know, that's part of any great scorer's arsenal, the ability to create contact and get to the line.
And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Pacers.
And they've set the tone from the jump. They're looking to pound it inside and score in the paint.
And the other thing I love, how they're making the extra pass. They're not settling for the first shot. They're going from good to great.
Catching up on the changes for New York. Hill, he's checked in for Love. And Lillard subbed in for Richard Hamilton. Back to Paul. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. It's Anthony with the drive, and it's Anthony with the jam.
Just focusing on the task at hand, that's all you can do.
Boy, the tide is running one way and then shifts back in the other direction. I've lost count of how many lead changes we've had here tonight.
And Rick Carlisle decides to call timeout, looking for a breather and maybe just 1 or 2 things to talk about. Up there for Howard, and it's Howard finishing it off.
And Howard has great timing on these alley-oops. As long as the pass is spot on, he's clear for takeoff.
Down low, here's Gasol. That's good, and a nice assist from Stockton.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Paul surveying the floor. Booker outside. Nowitzki kicks to Booker. 5 to shoot. Here's Paul. And he banks in the layup.
Well, you'd think because of his frame, it would be easy to knock Chris Paul off balance, but this guy has concentration and tenacity. Really good job keeping his focus.
Outside Gasol. Back to Lillard. Gasol against Howard. And they pick up 2. Gasol's got his second bucket.
And offensively right now, each team getting what it wants.
Yeah, this is already a high-scoring game, but we knew that was a possibility coming into this one.
Pass to Nowitzki. They get a hand on it. It's stolen by Anthony. Here's Lillard. Still without a basket. Good-looking screen by Gasol. To the middle, and stolen by Howard. Carter on the wing, over Hill, and it's Carter missing. The Knicks have gone 7 of 12 from the field here in the first quarter. Back to Stockton. Drops in the layup for 2. And now a 4-point Knicks lead. Pacers have gone 8 of 14 from the field in the first quarter. Gasol with the steal. And now Lillard pushing it up. No one back to stop him. The kick out to Hill. 3-pointer on the way. Bangs home the trifecta. And the Knicks lead by 7.
And good to see Hill knocking down the long ball because that really will help his confidence.
Pass to Nowitzki. Over Anthony. That's tipped. So it's New York bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Knicks.
We've got a bunch of this game yet to be played, but they're shooting it well from the three-point line. That's got to be a welcome sight.
I think the other thing they've done a great job of is making their presence felt inside, converting tons of paint opportunities.
So with Paul on the bench, here's who Rick Carlisle's going with. Bosh is out there with Elijah. Then there's Worthy. Then there's Devin Booker. And it's Arenas in at the point. Hill passes to Mutombo. Mutombo is screen on Booker. Hamilton. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Pacers trail by 7. Booker no good. Hamilton against Booker. Right side Hill. Hamilton kicks to Lillard. Just 5 on the clock. And around a minute gone here in the second quarter. Can't get it to fall. Here's Arenas. The kick out to Worthy. Elijah with a screen for Worthy. Rebounded by Dikembe Mutombo. The Knicks leading by 7. Inside. Here's Hamilton. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. It goes on Devin Booker.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
They're just too slow to react. You can't afford to sleepwalk through possessions. What's going on out there?
Love's check in for the Knicks. The Pacers also with the sub. Stojakovic is checked in. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Hey, Kevin, as always with Tom Thibodeau teams, they are level-headed. He said of his Knicks, we want guys to sacrifice and put the team first, but there has to be that belief. When your best players have it, your entire team ends up having it. We know if we stay disciplined, we'll have a chance to win. Kevin?
A very good chance, D.A. Thank you. So, Doris, here's a question for you. Should the NBA widen the court? Because the corner 3 now is such a staple in these offenses.
That's exactly right. One of the most coveted, Kevin, because the proximity of the shot is so desirable. Here's what we know unequivocally. There's no way they're going to widen the court because it would take out some of the money-making courtside seats. That's not happening.
And such creativity from Arenas. Some of the ball handling moves he pulls out are just unguardable.
And Tom Thibodeau decides to call timeout. Wants to regroup and go over the strategy. Anthony's checked in for Patrick Ewing. In Indiana with a change here too. Carter, he's checked in for Devin Booker. Hill dishes to Love. Lillard with no one around. That falls. Great assist by Love. Lillard's got his first 3 points of the game.
Incredible range. Lillard makes these deep shots look like they're effortless.
Here's Arenas. Great tee that time from Love. And so it's Anthony bringing it up for New York. That shot off. Some solid defense from Bosh. Pacers trail by 9. Here's Stojakovic. And out of bounds as the Knicks gain possession. Patrick Ewing's checked in for the Knicks. Here's Lillard. 3 minutes of action so far in the second quarter. Ewing bounce pass. And here's Anthony for 3. And the rebound goes to the Pacers.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Here's Arenas. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That one's on Anthony. Pacers have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2.
At the line, 2 shots.
And that one falls for Arenas. And both free throws good for Arenas. The Knicks leading by 7. Ewing outside. Olajuwon with the block.
Without a doubt, one of the most versatile shot blockers in the game. Olajuwon does it in the painted area as well as along the perimeter. And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
And New York making a change here. Stockton's checked in. Nowitzki's checked in for the Pacers. And that one falls for Bosch. Here is Stockton. Outside Anthony. Love, high post. Stockton passes to Love. Some nice passing by New York here. No good from Hamilton. Pacers trail by 4. Pass to Stojakovic. Back to Arenas. Out to Carter. Here's Stojakovic. Outside Bosch. Stojakovic dishes to Carter. 4 on the clock. Trying to get open is Nowitzki. No good from Arenas. New York leading by 4. Here's Anthony. And it's Anthony with the jam.
And it doesn't get any easier for Carmelo. Love seeing him go up strong inside.
Arenas passes to Stojakovic. Carter outside. Here's Nowitzki. The basket is good. That's his 6th attempt and his 3rd make.
You're fighting to keep the possession alive, something this guy does so well.
And the timeout called here by Tom Thibodeau. He's ready to talk things through with the team. Lillard's checked in for Richard Hamilton. Olajuwon's checked in for the Pacers. Paul comes in for Gilbert Arenas. Paul against Lillard. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
You know, great scorers just have that knack. Get inside, it's either a bucket or a trip to the free throw line.
Anthony at the line, 2 shots.
Off on that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line. Pacers trail by 5. And here's Stojakovic. Stolen by Ewing. And here we go with Anthony running it up the court. Yes, it is. Scored that as a bucket. Number 5 on a 5 for 11 night.
There are certain guys that can carry a team, and Carmelo on a nightly basis seems to be able to deliver.
Nowitzki finds Paul. Misses the 3. New York leading by 7. Lillard outside. And here's Love from the arc. And Hakeem Olajuwon pulls it down. Olajuwon's got 4 rebounds now tonight. On the wing, Stojakovic. Covered by Anthony. Carter dishes to Stojakovic. Back to Carter. 6 to shoot. Beyond the arc. Trains the 3-pointer. Carter's got 7 points in the game.
And I don't care how far from the bucket he is. You've got to have a man on him. He's just too good from deep.
Love deciding where to go with it. And stolen by Olajuwon. To the paint. Here's Carter. And then Carter with the dunk.
A part of what makes Olajuwon so unique among centers. Makes a great read, then has the athleticism and quickness to make the play.
Here's Lillard. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Damian Lillard at the line, 2 shots.
Shoot 2.
And he makes the first.
Hey, Lillard has all the talent in the world, but man, this guy is a great leader. Lots of charisma, and he holds his teammates accountable.
Marcus All's checked in for Ewing. Then for the Pacers, Dwight Howard. He's checked in for Elijah Wan. And Gilbert Arenas subbed in for Chris Paul. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
You can tell when he steps to the line the kind of confidence he has in himself. It's written all over his body language.
Stojakovic against Anthony. Crafty move. Arenas kicks to Stojakovic. No good on the 3. New York leading by 4. And here's Anthony from the arc. Good, and the assist goes to Gasol. 15 points for Carmelo Anthony.
That's one of the qualities you just love watching. I mean, Melo rises and fires, drops the J pretty much whenever he sees a little bit of space.
Pass to Arenas. Nowitzki for 3. Good on the triple. Nowitzki's got 5 points in the quarter.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
The 3 from Anthony. The Pacers pull it in. Stojakovic with it. To the inside, and stolen by Love. And now the fast break. Anthony with the ball. And it's sent back by Howard.
And love seeing Howard rise up and reject shooters. Just a juggernaut on defense.
3-pointer Lillard, and he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. Carmelo Anthony getting it done for the Knicks. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks a lot. Here with Tom Thibodeau. Coach, what has...
Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball right after this.
Direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fan half-court shot. Give me a beat. They're measuring up the shot.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. You have to like what we're seeing from Carmelo Anthony.
He had a fast pass to the lane that first half. Got inside on demand.
Now, this guy is such a good finisher on the move, and so far, the defense has not been able to counter it.
Pacers trail by 4. So with Ewing sitting on the bench, here's the 5 for Tom Thibodeau right now. John Stockton out there with Richard Hamilton. Then there's Kevin Love, and it's Marc Gasol. And it's Anthony in at the small forward position. At the top of the key, Stockton lets the 3 fly, and Anthony gets it to go on the assist by Stockton. Anthony's got 18 points.
And Anthony is certainly capable of sinking the triple. The D has to respect that quick release and get out on it.
Lobs it up for Anthony. And stolen by Arenas. Carter outside. Inside. It'll go, and the Knicks lead is cut down now to just 3 on the basket from Howard.
And this is where Howard can be dominant and close. His physical advantages then can take over.
Gasol against Howard. From 6 feet. And it's off the back rim. No good. Pacers trail by 3. Stojakovic with it. Now Anthony defending. Tries from 16. Again, Indiana.
And Arenas always prepared to strike from anywhere, and that definitely includes the mid-range.
Howard against Gasol. Poke loose and stolen by Howard. 3-pointer, Stojakovic sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. Stojakovic has got his second basket. And Tom Thibodeau decides to call timeout. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guys. New York trailing. Stockton passes to Gasol. And here's Anthony from the arc. And the Knicks miss again.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Such a wide open look. Arenas has got 13 points.
And so far, Arenas is feeling it. Fiery offensive games like this are why they call this man the hibachi.
Gasol kicks to Anthony. Shot to stop the run. Good on the three-point shot. Anthony's got 2 now from beyond the arc in the third for the Knicks. Arenas against Stockton. Carter outside. The bucket is good. He'll have a chance for one more. They get Marc Gasol.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
You know, we see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Stockton the pass to Gasol. Out of bounds. Indiana takes possession. Indiana leading by 5. Carter outside. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. They get Marc Gasol.
When you think Vince Carter, dunking is probably the first thing that comes up, but Vince is also someone who can be a first option. Tremendously talented.
No good on the free throw. And he sinks the second. Knicks trail by 6. Stockton the pass to Hamilton. Gasol, a screen on Carter. Hamilton on the 3 off target.
He is just not taking smart shots out there, a pattern he has fallen into tonight.
Stojakovic the pass to Howard. Shoots over Stockton. Banked in off the glass. Howard's got 8 points.
Boy, guys, the powerful physical frame of Dwight Howard, so problematic for a defense.
Pass to Love. Gasol, a screen on Nowitzki. And here's Love for 3. Dwight Howard pulls it in. Pacers leading by 8. Carter with it. Gasol covering. Arenas passes to Howard. Arenas against Hamilton. Anthony with the screen on Carter. Stockton down low. Defended by Carter. Anthony, the pass to Gasol. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. That's on Dwight Howard.
Well, the activity of Marc Gasol gets the defense to react and an opportunity to make some free throws.
Grant Hill, he's checked in for the Knicks. Paul's checked in for the Pacers. Gasol hits them both.
Boy, a really soft touch on display. It is a luxury to have a big man who can hit from the line at a consistent rate.
And Vince Carter with the slam.
And that's what Carter does best, knifing his way inside so he can finish with the easy slam.
And the timeout called here by Tom Thibodeau. Wants to talk some things over. Might be seeing some things to adjust. Hamilton against Arenas. Here's Anthony driving the lane. A beautiful reverse layup. Anthony's got 23 points.
Oh, boy, that's really remarkable. You know, the way he just manages to bully his way inside. Strong move from Melo.
Back to Paul. Good D by Stockton. Knicks trail by 6. Here's Anthony. Off target at the rim. And here's Indiana. They're on an 18-7 run. Here's Paul. It's rebounded by New York. Gasol's got his 6th rebound on the night. Hamilton kicks to Stockton. To the middle. Well against Gasol. That's good. And a nice assist from Stockton. 8 points for Marc Gasol.
Yeah, just showing off that strength in that upper body. Gasol is able to overpower the defender inside.
Here's Nowitzki out to Carter. Nowitzki, the pass to Paul. Pocket 6. From about 16. Yep, that one goes.
Well, that's about Chris Paul getting to his spot and making the defense pay. This guy is lethal with his mid-range game.
Outside Anthony. Takes it inside. Nice D from Nowitzki. Pacers leading by 6. Bobbed up there for Howard. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him. Anthony's got 25 points in the game. Outside Arenas. Back to Paul. Indiana moving it around. Carter, that's good.
Ever since halftime, they've played precision basketball on the offensive end.
I got to believe that's something the coach talked to them about at the halftime. They have valued each possession.
Gasol. It's hauled in by Nowitzki. Nowitzki's got his 6th rebound on the night. Paul for 3. Hill pulls it in. Hill's got 4 rebounds in this game. Pass to Hamilton. And he dunks it down.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Right. You can see on that possession, one side playing with a little desperation, the other side losing focus.
And it's Hill with the jam.
Hill able to stretch the floor, making it tough on defenses to guard it.
A different look for New York. Patrick Ewing's checked in for Gasol. Love comes in for Carmelo Anthony. And Damian Lillard is subbed in for Stockton. Indiana also making some changes. Olajuwon's checked in for Howard. Bosch comes in for Dirk Nowitzki. And Stojakovic is subbed in for Chris Paul. Here's Arenas. Here's Olajuwon. No good that time. Shots continuing to fall as we conclude the 3rd quarter. Both teams putting up points. Indiana out in front, up by 4. And we're coming right back after this break to get the... And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Well, that's what a great pass will do, right? You love the unselfish play.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this 4th quarter promises to be a good one. So with Howard sitting on the bench, here's who Rick Carlisle's going with. They've got Olajuwon. Paul out there with Carter. Then there's Bosch. And it's Stojakovic in at the 3 spot.
And how about the grit and determination in the post? I mean, essential qualities to have late in a close game.
Here's Anthony. Got a hand Carter on the wing, covered by Lillard. Ewing comes to help. Carter kicks to Paul. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by GM1. And so Lillard will bring it up for the Knicks. Pass to Anthony. Over to Stojakovic. And no good. Trying to use the glass. Pacers leading by 6. Here's Carter. It's rebounded by New York. Love's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Hill, no good. For Indiana, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the 4th quarter. Stojakovic, the pass to Paul. Bosh, the screen. Lets it go from deep. And it's out of bounds. The Knicks will take it the other way. And New York making a change. Rice is checked in.
Number 41, Glenn Rice.
A little over a minute and a half of the 4th quarter gone now. Love with the screen for Anthony. Buries it from 3-point range. Anthony's got 13 points here in the second half alone.
And that was the right call. When you need a basket, go to the guys you trust the most.
Well, you've got to earn trust and equity by making shots. Nice delivery there. Well, this is the kind of pass that gets everyone excited. It's also how you build great team chemistry.
Lillard finds Anthony. And it's Anthony with the jam.
You've got to love his aggressiveness to finish inside.
Well, his leaping ability gives him a great advantage. Pass to Carter. Taken away by Anthony. And they're pushing it up. Here's Rice. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Second personal foul.
And when you think of Rice, his consistency comes to mind, as well as that dead-eye shooting form.
Marcus All's checked in for Ewing. The Pacers also with a sub. Howard's checked in. Second free throw, no good.
Yeah, being down 2 points instead of 1 thanks to the free throw miss makes getting a stop here absolutely critical.
Carter dish it to Paul. Pass to Bosh. Some nice passing here by Indiana. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Well, Dwight Howard's massive frame makes him a problem on the interior. Good job drawing contact.
And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Pacers.
And guys, how about the unselfishness and all about working that ball around, shifting the defense, and just seeking out the best shot.
And another theme in this game to me, guys, has been how lethal they've been in transition. Attack on the break and make sure you convert.
Richard Hamilton's checked in for New York. Stockton comes in for Lillard. The Pacers also changing it up. Nowitzki comes in for Bosh. And Gilbert Arenas subbed in for Carter.
And the defensive prowess of Howard is simply phenomenal. Not only a shot-blocking master, but his mere presence alone makes shooters incredibly nervous.
Paul for 3. And the rebound goes to the Knicks.
And, guys, this has got to be more of a team effort. Right now, he's playing all for himself.
Here's Rice. That one's not going to go. Some solid defense here from Arenas. Paul with the ball, picked up by Stockton and stolen by Love. From downtown, count it, and the Pacer lead has been cut down to 1 on the bucket from John Stockton.
Defensively, you can't back off him that much. You don't want to give up easy threes at this stage of the game.
Here's Nowitzki. Puts the fadeaway right on the money.
That just delicate touch right there from Dirk. Owns the mid-range right now.
Stockton looking around. Here's Rice. And again, New York with the triple.
Yeah, coming down the stretch, they've become reliant upon their perimeter game.
Boy, the three-point arc has been a major factor in what they've done here tonight. You love the aggressiveness.
Gets it to go from beyond the arc. And the Pacers lead by 3.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
Pass to Arenas. Launches it. And the Pacers another 3.
And you have to honor the three-point shooting of Arenas, a big-time scorer who's shown the consistency from beyond.
Love outside. Down low. Here's Gasol. Shoots it. That's in there. Love with the assist. That's 10 points for Marc Gasol.
Well, Marc Gasol has done this a time or two, and that's a big-time delivery.
And so it's Rick Carlisle here calling timeout. And he wants to see some changes out there right away and right now. Carmelo Anthony's checked in for the Knicks. And Indiana with a change here, too. Vince Carter, he's checked in for Paul. And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, D.A.?
Hey, Kevin, I heard Rick Carlisle during that last break talking with the team. He demanded something of his guys. He said, I'm not satisfied yet. Are you? You've worked hard, but we need to keep piling it on. Don't give them any hope. Guys?
Thank you, David. Stockton outside. Love against Nowitzki. Love kicks to Stockton. Gasol up top. 5 on the clock. The 3 from Anthony. Great D that time from Stojakovic. Hamilton against Carter. Pass to Arenas. Terrific assist. A nice finish. Solid play all around.
Yeah, he's got all the moves. Arenas not afraid to get inside.
Arenas against Stockton. 9 feet out. That's in. And the Pacer lead is cut down now to just 6 and the basket from Love. And so it's Carter who brings the ball up for the Pacers. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Pass to Arenas. Arenas is doubled. Now here's Nowitzki. That's in, coming off an assist from Arenas. And that's 13 points for Nowitzki.
And the basket has become almost like the ocean here. They have not missed anything here down the stretch.
To the left side wing. Near the three-point line, it's Love. And again, it's New York.
And the prototypical modern big. Love can do damage inside and out.
Carter outside. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. And he misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to fall. He's able to hit the second one, and that makes it a 7-point lead. New York's gone 3 of 4 from downtown here in the fourth. To the paint. Love, no luck. Indiana's gone a disappointing 2 of 6 on 3-point attempts here in the fourth. Nowitzki outside. Outside Arenas. Good work defensively by Anthony. New York with the ball. Here's Hamilton. Got it. Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
And this is really what Hamilton does so well. A premier mid-range scorer who just finds ways to create space for that shot.
And the timeout called here by Tom Thibodeau. And clearly an important juncture. He's going to have some choice words with his team. And what's their best move at this point?
And they need to use as little time as possible here. If they can get a bucket before the clock hits 24 seconds, they can try for a stop on the next possession. If there's less than 24, then they'll have to foul.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
He hits the first one, and that shrinks the margin to just 4.
At the line, 2 shots.
So Anthony nails both of them.
And now you're in a great position thanks to those clutch free throws. 1 possession game now.
And now we've got the intentional foul.
Yeah, you can't let them hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
He doesn't hit the first, and that was the one they really wanted. He's got one more, though. And the second of 2 is good. That gives them a 4-point cushion. Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over. They're behind by 4. What do you think Coach's focus is going to be here?
Trying to stay alive. They've got to work quickly.
This is the very definition of desperation mode right now. They need a quick shot and a quick foul.
We've got 22 seconds left in the 4th quarter of this one. Love inside. He's against Nowitzki. Love, no good. And they stop the clock as soon as they can with the intentional foul.
4th team foul. Dirk Nowitzki at the line. 2 shots.
He drops the first one, and that puts them up by 5. And he is unable to get the second one. Pass to Hamilton for 3. Hacked on the shot. And he'll have 3 chances at the line. And Carter picks one up.
Yeah, there was definitely some contact there on the 3-point attempt.
So the first of 3 is good, and that shrinks the margin to just 4. The second one drops, and that narrows the lead down to just 3. And so he's good on all 3 free throws, and that brings them within 2 here. And Rick Carlisle decides to call timeout. Pivotal moment in this game. He's not taking any chances. He'll call time.
On the court, it's your squad. It's feature time. We know you want one, so let's go.
Six seconds left to play here in the 4th. They foul intentionally. That's what they have to do at this point. It's the first, and that makes it a 3-point lead.
2 shots.
Second one is good. Getting both at the line, and it's a 4-point ball game.
Well, this trip to the line should seal the deal. Amazing job.
Puts up a deep 3. Missed. So a close game sees Indiana take this one. A truly gutsy performance away from home.
You know, it really was. And Kevin, when this one was hanging in the balance late, they showed just what a tough-minded group they can be.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, and the rest of our terrific crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. And as we leave you, we give you our player of the game, Gilbert Arenas.